After our team took a break, we climbed down from the balcony onto the ground. The courtyard surrounded a single apartment building. The rain was pissing down outside. Baxter took the lead and led us into the building. It was dirty and yellowed over time, and the concrete was chipping away. We split up, and Baxter and Glass took the staircase on the left. Westside and Burner took the one on the right. About halfway up the building, a sentry heard Westside and Burner coming. Whoever it was quickly ran from the staircase through a door to the rooms on that level. Baxter had a keen sense and heard it, felt it. I don't know how he knew, but he did. He rushed to the door and bolted through it. His notion was correct, and he caught the guard running for the intercom. The team didn't take too much time to interrogate that dirty rat. Burner did what he did best, and got the information out of him. Tama was one floor below the top floor. Burner made sure the guard wouldn't talk again. Now on the right floor, we are all stacked up around the door. Hopefully, this is the right room, Burner said. Then, with all his might, he kicked the door. Slam. Then followed a period of silence that felt like hours. The door didn't budge. Westside quickly got to picking the lock. Then the lights went out. As the lights went out, the door clicked. Burner instinctively kicked the door again. Poor Westside's lockpicks went everywhere. We had just opened Pandora's shitbox. Burner marched into the room with 2 MP.5 submachine guns drawn. Then a baseball bat smacked down on his guns from the blind spot beside the door. Then a fist hit him in the face. Finally, another set of arms grabbed him and pulled him to the floor. 4 of Tama's goons and his lead thug were there to stop us. Burner was in the middle of the men, on the ground, with one on top of him. Westside dove onto that man's back that was on the ground with Burner. Westside must have stabbed him in the back 10 times. Then one dove on top of Westside, pulling him off. Baxter drew an arrow in his bow and fired it at close range, through the doorway. He missed, and another set of arms grabbed him and pulled him to the floor. Glass heard something rumbling behind him, but didn't process in his mind what it was. Then Glass leaped forward and began slicing. The lead goon had 2 butcher knives. He was on the floor like a rabid, saber-toothed tiger. The butcher knife-wielding madman grappled Baxter to the floor. Baxter tried to fight him off, but he was overwhelmed. Baxter was killed by the butcher. As the fight progressed in that small space on the ground, the odds quickly got better. Just the butcher was left versus 3 fist operators. 3 more guards came from behind the team. Glass took them all on, and in a foul strike, he managed to slice 2 of them in half. The third one leapt past Glass at Burner, who was still on the ground. Burner had been trying to get a hold of his submachine guns. He was going to use them on the butcher, but pointed them at the new goon and blasted him into the ground. This was at a cost. The butcher jumped onto Burner, plunging both butcher knives into him, killing Burner. Westside grabbed one of the SMGs and shot the butcher in the head. He poured the full mag into the butcher in a spot of rage. The scrap was over. Westside and Glass had no time to spare. There was one more door in that room. They knocked it down and found Tama with a gun, pointing it at Lieutenant Wahyu, who, to everyone's surprise, was still alive, tied up on his knees. Glass threw his katana, cutting off his hand. Westside pulled the trigger and shot Tama out the window. There was no time for questions. The team grabbed Lieutenant Wahyu and made it onto the rooftop for extraction. However, a different helicopter showed up. Cyclops, which is Fist's rival. 4 Cyclops operators and their leader got out. They were wearing all black, tactical, and rugged. Their leader had a flamethrower, and his prodigious size was truly intimidating. Fist opened fire, but to no effect, so Fist narrowly broke the line of sight, escaping down the stairs that led them to the roof. Fist, in the mad dash, was heading for the ground floor. The Black Panther, the extraction van, was coming to get them, but Fist got stopped once again. Cyclops caught them in the hallway, 1 story above the first floor. Glass looked at Westside and told him to take Lieutenant Wahyu and leave. Before Westside could say anything, Glass was in close quarters combat with Cyclops. Westside made it to the vehicle. Glass, on the other hand, was facing certain death. He tangled with the opposing operators, a heated fight to the death. Gunshots, katana, knives, and batons clanged, battered, and blasted. Glass, at the end of his rope, about to be overcome by the Cyclops operators, took a leap of faith. He threw himself through a window that was open. He didn't want to give the enemy the satisfaction of killing him, but Glass's role was a critical success. He leaped out the window and landed on the roof of the Black Panther as the van began to speed away. A cyclone of bullets followed Glass, but his luck persisted, and they all missed. We successfully extracted from the operation site with the target.